Hey, how are you?
Eu sou a Alessandra, professora de inglês, e hoje eu trouxe aqui para fazer uma entrevista com a gente o Jeremy. Ele é americano, amigo do nosso professor da escola de francês, e ele vai esclarecer pra gente algumas curiosidades dos meus alunos, algumas curiosidades nossas, então bora lá pra ver. Well guys, first Jeremy is going to introduce himself.
Hey guys, so my name is Jeremy. I'm American. I live in the United States, close to Chicago. My profession, I am a registered nurse. I work in a large hospital in my city, and I enjoy many different things. I enjoy exercising, basketball. I salsa dance as well. I love salsa dancing. I have a girlfriend. She also works at the hospital. She's a pharmacist. And I have two lovely parents, and I have one older sister. So yeah.
Did you have classes of salsa in the United States?
And yes, in the United States, yes. I go once a week.
Oh, nice, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first question of one of my students for you is, in Brazil, the weather is hot. Sometimes it's very uncomfortable. How about your city? How is the weather there?
Yes. So my city is very crazy because I live in a part of the United States called the Midwest, close to Chicago. So we have all four seasons, very, very extreme. So during the summertime, it can be as hot as 38 Celsius, which is like 97 Fahrenheit. Or during the winter, it has been as cold as minus 45 Celsius with lots of snow. So it can be very crazy where I live.
Wow. And the snow is so high?
Yes. Yeah, we had a snowstorm, a blizzard in 2014, and we had almost 3 feet of snow. I don't know in centimeters what that is. It's like that much it's a lot.
And how do people go to work in these times when it happens?
Yeah, so sometimes it's so bad, no one can go to work. The only thing, if hospital, the police, sometimes people will pick you up, sometimes on a snowmobile. Very rare, but it does happen occasionally. So on a snowmobile or maybe a very big truck that can go in the snow. So but we don't use sled dogs or anything. Mush.
Okay.
No.
All right. So the next question, let's go. This is very curious. In Brazil, when we sing happy birthday, we clap hands. But in some English movies and series that my student watch it, she can't see it. Is it normal? How American people celebrate their birthdays?
Yeah, that's a great question. So in the United States, we don't clap our hands when we sing happy birthday. I don't know why, it just is, we just sing happy birthday to you, and that's it. We don't clap our hands. I don't know.
Yeah, here in Brazil it's very common.
It's common.
All birthday parties, we clap hands when we are singing.
Yeah.
I like this question for her.
Yeah, it's interesting. But for the children, we throw birthday parties, balloons, birthday cakes. Those are the big things. Lots of food.
And at home. Normally, is it at home?
Sometimes, maybe if your family has a little bit more money, maybe they go a special place. But usually, me growing up, I just at home with my friends and family.
Or going out for a restaurant or something like this?
Yeah. This is more common when you're older. So now that I'm old.
So nice.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one.
Mm-hmm.
What are, in your opinion, the most common mistakes a person that is learning English could make?
Yes. So I notice for Brazilian people that are learning English, the TH sound is very difficult when you say thank you. It's not normal, they say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
No, or Catholic. It's you get your tongue. Thank you.
Yeah.
You gotta get your tongue out there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to bite your tongue because that can hurt.
Yeah.
But the TH sound.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sometimes the ED sound.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you say it, but sometimes you don't say it. I don't know why. It just is.
Like in past verbs?
In the past, yeah. So for example, I landed in Brazil last week. I did ED, landed. But if I say, I don't know, I started my studies. You say the ED, but maybe I'll say I kissed my girlfriend. I don't say I kissed. No, you don't say it. You say I kissed. I kissed my girlfriend.
I could see this kind of thing in some of my students too. I don't know if they are afraid to say, or if they are going to say like, I will make a mistake, so I prefer to not say this. You know? So I think maybe it's because they are afraid of it.
I understand. Yeah.
Or they don't train it a lot. I actually don't know, but it's this. Yeah, people do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 5. One of the students wants to know how to pronounce some brands in English.
Some brands.
Yeah.
Ooh, brands. Fancy. What kind of brands do you think?
I don't know. Maybe car brands.
Car
or
brands.
Clothes brands.
Clothing. Well, you have Chevrolet. You have Ford. You have Tesla. What else? Volkswagen.
Oh, this is good. Could you read?
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
BMW. Yeah, those things. And
And clothing.
you have Nike, Adidas, Jordan. You have Supreme. You have, I can't think of, Aristotle. Do they still wear Aristotle? I don't know.
But it's enough.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, there's some brands.
The next one. During your time in Brazil, that was or were the strangest thing you saw that American people don't used to do? What was actually? I said it wrongly. So let me repeat it.
Sure.
During your time in Brazil, what was or were the strangest things you saw that American people don't used to do?
Yeah. So one thing right off the top of my head is we don't kiss people in the United States. So like the thing we never.
Here is very common.
It's very common. Yes.
Depending on the states, 2 kisses or 1 kiss. Like I think in São Paulo it's just 1 kiss. Here in Minas, 2, 3, many.
And it's a greeting to say just hello.
Yeah.
It's,
Very common.
It's very common. Yeah.
So when you saw what did you feel?
Now it's normal because I understand Brazilian culture more, but the first couple of times it was very weird. Like I hope my mother doesn't see me, like this is...
Okay. Nice.
But America, you just a very firm handshake.
At home too or no? With relatives?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. The next question. What do you know about Brazilian culture? Talk a little about American culture.
Yeah. So what I know about Brazilian culture is I think Brazilians, they're very warm, they're very passionate. From the United States, we see Brazil in the World Cup, they're always playing. And they love their soccer. They will die for their soccer team.
Yes. Especially Flamenguistas. These people that like Flamengo is a team in Brazil.
Yes.
Like Mateus.
Yes, yeah, they love their team very much, very passionate. And the Carnaval is this big thing, and everyone celebrates Carnaval, or at least what Americans think. Everyone in Brazil is going crazy during this time. And a lot of Americans think Brazil is dangerous.
Really?
Before I left here, some of my coworkers at the hospital, they said, "Oh my gosh, you're going to Brazil? It's dangerous there, right? And I said, yeah, I know, but I have a friend that lives there. He speaks Portuguese, and it's also dangerous in the United States too, where I live. There's dangerous parts in the city."
I think maybe most of the time when you saw our news is because of the violence in Rio or things like this. Yes, we have it here. But we have another parts that are, like here is very calm, it's quiet.
Right.
It's a nice place that children could go to the streets and doesn't have so many violence here.
Of course.
So, yeah, we have violence, but we have other things too.
Yeah.
But I understand why they think about it. Because most of the time, I'm repeating, they what we show here for foreigners is violence.
Right, yeah. And Matthew explained to me if we will avoid the favela in Rio, because it's very dangerous. And in the United States, we kind of have a favela too. We call it the hood. And the hood is very dangerous. You never go, because it's a very close community. And if you are an outsider and they see you, it's not good.
Yes, I believe there are so many good people in favelas. But the 1% of bad people that stay there make this, so...
Entendi.
So guys, did you like it? Gostaram? Então, se você gostou, dá um like aí, se inscreve no canal, comenta qual foi a matéria, qual foi a conversa que vocês gostaram mais, qual foi a curiosidade que vocês acharam mais legal. E eu vejo vocês nos próximos vídeos, ok? See you, bye bye!
Do nosso professor Mateus, que gentilmente atitude. Ai caramba.
Let me pass some lips too.